Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And today, we're drinking some bourbon.
Got a little head-to-head going on here.
Head to head. All right, Ben, two bourbons. Don't look like they're anything alike. What's in common?
Well, they are alike. Well, here's the difference, is Russell's Reserve proudly displays their 10-year age statement on the front of the bourbon where everyone can see it. And for some odd reason, Eagle Rare, as of a handful of years ago, I can't remember when, decided to hide theirs on the back, which I don't know why you wouldn't put that front and center, but brag about it. But
there's a rumor that it was going to go away, and hopefully it doesn't ever go away. But
it didn't, so why not? I mean, it's there.
Yeah, it's there.
Or maybe Eagle Rare is just like, you know what? We don't need to put it on the front anymore. Our reputation speaks for itself.
We got an eagle.
So anyway, the point is we wanted to do two 10 years against each other.
This is a 10-year versus a 10-year.
From distilleries that we very, very much are fans of. Both.
Exactly. Both well-established distilleries that, to be honest, they know what they're doing. And they're both 90 proofers.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a great head-to-head. So we've got Eagle Rare from Buffalo Trace. Russell's Reserve is from Wild Turkey. And so the only difference really is, well, not the only difference, but the main difference is that you can find Russell's Reserve on the shelf. And unfortunately, Eagle Rare is becoming pretty much non-existent on the shelf at this point.
It's becoming out, or at least around here, and a lot of places on the internet too. It seems like this is hard to find / impossible to find.
Yeah.
This is a little easier to find, but to be honest, I actually think this is a tad more expensive.
Well, it depends. So the Russell's Reserve goes at about $35 to $38 around here.
Okay.
The Eagle Rare price of it has gone up and up and up.
It has.
And now it's, I mean, a lot of places are selling it for around 40.
Okay.
So it's comparable, but rare. I know some people complain about the $40 price point, but
it's a 10-year bourbon.
We've talked about this in our Eagle Rare review. Yeah. I think it was just that it was underpriced before.
Yeah.
And so anytime people see a price go up with popularity, that tends to leave a bad taste in their mouth. Whereas this one has always been at that 35 to 38 range, so people don't really complain about it. So anyway, I'm not looking for a winner or a loser here. Kind of more looking just to see
two approaches to how to tackle a quality bourbon.
A quality 10-year bourbon. If you want to, you want to have something a little older on your shelf or something like that. So, all right. So Eagle Rare is on the right.
Yes. What I am curious of is we've mentioned several times that Wild Turkey tends to be like they have the same flavors, but they're like turned up to 11. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious, because I've never actually done this flight, so I don't know what to expect exactly.
Yeah, Wild Turkey just has a nice richness to it, I find.
Yeah. They
just got, I don't know, just everything they do has just a great flavor to it. I gotta be honest, the similarities on these two.
Yeah, I had that thought too.
Yeah,
what if they're the same?
To be perfectly honest, they're much more similar than I thought they would be.
Interesting. I'm getting what I typically associate with like a rye smell from the Eagle Rare, which is not typical for me.
Yeah.
But
now Eagle Rare, another thing to note about that is that it's not a single barrel anymore, but it's close to a single barrel. Their bottling process leaves it to where some bottles basically are from a single barrel, but I think it's like they bottle a barrel at a time, and so when they get to the one point, whatever's left of the next barrel will get mixed in with some of this.
You may get some of barrel A to barrel B.
Yeah, but it's not a big batch.
It's not like a big batch.
Yeah, so
a small batch or whatever.
They say that some bottles of Eagle Rare are single barrel, but of course they can't label it that.
Okay.
One other thing, a long time ago I did a Buffalo Trace. I had a flight that had Buffalo Trace and Russell's Reserve in it.
Okay.
And I did a flight of 4 and I was trying to guess which ones were which.
Sure.
And I mixed up the Buffalo Trace and the Russell's Reserve, and I had a hard time telling them apart. Which is weird because you would think, every distillery kind of has their own
style.
profile a little bit, but I'm kind of surprised at how similar these two are.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should drink them.
That's a good idea.
And see what happens.
Yeah.
Solid Eagle Rare.
Solid toffee notes. Mm-hmm. Nice sweetness, but it's not out of control.
It's not overly sweet. I think with a 10-year, I think you're going to get a nice balance of the sweet, because you do get sweetness from the barrel, but you're also going to start at a certain age in the barrel. You're going to start getting some of those oak notes that are going to maybe mix well or not so well sometimes with the sweetness. I think it's got a good balance of that, where it's sweet, but it's not overly sweet.
There, on the nose, I do get a tiny bit of like cherry, kind of like, and I think that's from the maturity of the wood. Mm-hmm. But it's light. All right, Jimmy Russell.
Let me get some water in between these. I just like to try to be fair and clean the palate a little bit.
The only thing that I'm getting on the nose for the Russells is a brown sugar. That's the only kind of prominent.
I'm definitely getting that. Little vanilla on top of it. There's something there though that's very similar in like a sharpness, and I think that's the oak. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go in for the Russell's Reserve. I haven't had this in a long time for some reason. Oh, there's the difference.
Getting more wood spice.
A little bit, yeah. It's and the Russell seems a little lighter.
Lighter, I'm almost gonna say like a marshmallow sweetness.
You can see that.
Toasted marshmallow sweetness.
Yeah, there's definitely something different. They're very similar on the nose, but definitely noticeably different on the palate.
Almost a minty, excuse me, minty quality on the finish.
Minty, really?
Yeah, like it's interesting where sweetness kind of like turns into mint on the finish.
Okay.
I go back to the Eagle Rare.
So, I think if I were to pick a winner on this,
The winner's me because they're excellent.
that's true. Yeah, everyone's a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are both great. I think the Eagle Rare has a slight edge. I feel like it's a little thicker in flavor,
Okay.
a little more rich, but they're both great. So if you're just looking for something that's a little more aged than your average 6 to 8 year, some people chase Eagle Rare just because it is a 10-year bourbon. They want that 10-year age statement. So, Drew's coming down. So this one definitely, you can still find the 10-year age statement. It's readily available most places, reasonably priced, and it's really good. I mean, it definitely has the 10-year complexity, I think.
I think they both do.
Yeah. I think the Eagle Rare maybe has a little, like I said, slight advantage, but...
So on the Eagle Rare, I get a little bit more of like the toffee kind of notes, where the Russells, I'm getting a little bit more a blend of different flavors. There's a floral note, there's the mint on the finish, there's the graham crackers and the marshmallow. It's a little bit more all over the place. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but this is just a little bit more of a traditional bourbon.
Yeah,
solid,
it kind of is.
consistent.
And I think the Eagle Rare has a little bit more of a spice to it.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm getting a little more of a rich flavor, is because there's a little more of a spice to the Eagle Rare, like a barrel spice, and it's a little less on the Russells. And so putting them right next to each other, it maybe makes the Russell seem like it's lacking something, because it's a little, and I don't mean this insulting, it's a little smoother,
Yeah.
The Eagle Rare is a little rougher around the edges, which a lot of people like. Most people that are really into bourbon, they don't want something that's too easy to drink.
Too easy, yeah.
And I don't think the Russells would be like that on its own. I think it's just comparing the two of them, I think that's where the Eagle Rare gets a slight edge for me. But yeah, this is a great alternative though to Eagle Rare if you're, like I said, if you're looking for something that, you know, has that higher age.
Well, we've talked several times that bourbons need something. They either need age or higher proof to kind of give it some interest. Because a young, lower proof bourbon, it's really hard.
Yeah, you get a younger bourbon
at 80 proof, it's really
boost up the proof.
Yeah.
You get a higher proof bourbon, you can get away with a little less age.
Exactly.
At least you and I tend to agree on that.
I personally actually like a little bit extra age as opposed to just boosting the proof point. Now, there's plenty of good higher proof bourbons, but I like longer age. And those are a little harder to find. Obviously, it costs more money. You have to hold on to it and, you know, age the barrels longer.
Yep. And I think that's where the Russell's comes in.
Yeah, totally.
It's a little longer age and it's out there and it's available. So yeah, if you're looking for Eagle Rare and you can't find it, don't sleep on this. You know, pick one of these up. Because I've never been disappointed in anything from Wild Turkey. You know,
their stuff just really punches above their price point typically.
And I would say the same thing about Buffalo Trace, but I'm not really the world's biggest benchmark fan. But I mean, that's their throwaway bourbon, so.
Entry level.
Yeah.
And I actually really like it, but it is a tad watered down.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, both of these are excellent. So yeah, go out and get some of this stuff for sure if you want the 10-year age point. So, but yeah, both of them at 90 proof, got a lot of flavor to them. And that's another thing, a lot of flavor, but they're not going to alcohol punch you in the face. Whereas if you're not looking to get, you know, liquored up or anything, but you want to sit and have a nice thick pour of bourbon, you know, you want something lower proof but high in flavor, perfect options.
Yep.
So, all right, well, this has been Eagle Rare and Russell's Reserve 10-year on the Bourbon Note. I'm Ben.
I'm Greg. Cheers.